We've been here before and we've managed to perform at the biggest stage of them all, the playoff finals. Is a repeat of last season on the cards? I mean, I don't know if we're ready for League Two, if I'm honest, but I'll take it if it's written in the stars. And today's episode will be a good tell as to whether we go on to that playoff final. Good news is, as well, as you can see, I've managed to get my National B licence as well, which is obviously good news. We have been doing some scouting of the Premier League released players, because of course some of the players in the squad will be stepping aside at the end of this season. So this is the first round of the playoffs. Let's just call it the quarter-final, right? The playoff quarter-final. We win this, we're going to the semi-final. We win that, we are in to another playoff final. Your starting 11 for the game against Woking is Wright in goal, Pinnington, Skara, Johnson, Killer Ferrari, Campbell and Ashby in the centre of midfield, Mully, McEachran, Clark. After that last performance, he's earned his position in that attacking midfield left, and we're starting with Hugill up front. We are going to change him to a centre forward, just go out and out, centre forward, sit up there, bully the defenders, and give us an out ball should we need it. We are at home. We finished just above Woking, as we saw in the league table. So all of the pressure is on Woking. They're coming to our ground. The MG Group Stadium has still been a fortress for us this season. So can we make the most of it? But in terms of what we're going to say to the boys, it's important to use our home form. Go out there and get the result. The usual faith into the boys. We trust the team completely. This is their game to win. 90 minutes separates us between going into the playoff semi-final. I was going to say the playoff final. I wish this was the semi-final. I wish we didn't have to play this first quarter-final game, but hey, it is all part and parcel of the playoffs, especially when we finish lower down in the league. But I still think a fifth place finish is very, very respectful for us, considering we were dibbed to go straight back down. Finishing fifth is no mean feat, especially in this league. Pinnington, Campbell, into Ashby, Skara. Building from the back, like we like to do. Clark, into Ashby. Calafieri. Lovely ball in. Is anyone there? No. No one's there. Campbell, into Mully. Mully with the ball. Hugo! Come on! We were lucky. The cross took a deflection, but we'll take it. That's the type of luck that we want. This was a good idea for a ball. Lovely 1-2 between him and McEachran, and then just to turn it. Obviously, unfortunately for them, a deflection, but fortunately for us. And Hugill puts it in the back of the net. 1-0 up in the playoff quarter-final. Let's praise them. Tell him to do it. Oh, here we go. Praised him, and you watch. It won't come in until after this highlight now. Highlight for them. You never like to see a highlight deep in their half, because either they're going to go on and have a good effort. There we go. Oh, Wright, of course. We have to believe in Wright all the time. He's a very good goalkeeper, as he's proven recently. Well, all season, to be fair. Pinnington into McEachran. We don't see the rest of the highlight, which is unfortunate. Oh, Mully was pulled back there, so we've got a free kick in a dangerous area. Can McEachran deliver the goods? He's going for Skara at that far post. Clark, he loves a wind-up shot in the playoffs, but it just hits the post. He couldn't do a repeat from last season. And Mully has his shot smothered by the goalkeeper for Woking. Long goal kick downfield. Skara deals with it lovely. Ashby takes on his man, semi-beats him. Clark's there in the inside forward row, and he scored! A player that's been on the fringes all season, in and out of the team, and every time he steps up, he pulls off the goods. A lovely weighted ball by Hugill as well. And Clark just slots it in past the goalkeeper. That's what we want to see. This talisman of a striker that's bubbling away, starting to get on the score sheet and starting to dictate the tempo up top. It bodes well for us wherever we end up playing next season, having a striker of that quality up top. And he's ours, right? We haven't got to worry about going back into the loan market like we had to with G. He's going to be our player. We can develop him. Out and out striker. Westendorf probably has played his last few games for us. He'll be leaving at the end of the season. He's not really had the impact that we wanted him to have in the National League. And unfortunately for him, he was injured at the beginning. We bought in a replacement. Xi has done well, and Hugill has come in as the new star man. You've done brilliantly. Keep it going. I'm not going to make any changes yet. We will keep an eye on Tate Campbell. Remember, Aliki is retiring at the end of the season, so we're not going to be able to use him much longer. And we'll give him one last hurrah within this playoff push. Remember, if we win this, we go through to the playoff semi-final. We win that, we are back in the final. Of course, the team that will be in the final will be the fresher team. They won't have to have played the quarterfinal. They wouldn't have even necessarily had to play the semi-final. I don't believe. I could be completely mistaken there. We'll see when we move forward how many semi-final playoff games there actually are. But we're in control. 60 minutes played. 2-0. So far, so good. They are getting their shots away on target, but we are restricting them to a lot lower XG than us. We're going to praise the boys. We'll probably consider taking Campbell off now. He's absolutely shattered. So let's bring Aliki on. Do we want to make any other changes? Let's bring Boswell on for Clark. Let's not risk him getting injured. And we'll bring Mellor on as well for Mully. Don't want to risk any injuries. And to be fair, we should be able to see this out now. 75 minutes played, 2-0 up. We might drop it back to cautious in a moment. We're going to go back to cautious now. 78 minutes on the clock. We're going to time waste. We just want to see it through now. Let's not go and chase it. We're dominating the game. We're in control. Let's not make any silly mistakes to try and allow them to get back into the game. We're in full control as things stand. 88 minutes played now on the clock. We've not really seen any other highlights in this second half. It's been a pretty boring second half for highlights. But that goes in our favour, right? If we're not seeing the highlights, there's not any risk that we're going to concede. And there we go. That's it. We're through to the semi-final of the playoffs. Is history on the cards? Are back-to-backs there? I mean, it could be. It could well be. We've got York, by the looks of it, in the next game. We do. And York, don't forget, were the team that were atop of the league for pretty much the whole season. We lost to them and we drew to them. So it's not going to be an easy game. The plan will be, I'll skip us up to the York game. Of course, if anything happens off camera, I will bring you back to that. But hopefully we can rubber stamp our ticket into the final of the playoffs. Now, if this is an extra motivation for McEachran to step up in this semi-final, I don't know what is. He's due. He's down to become Oxford City's leading league appearance maker. He's now made 351 appearances for Oxford City. And as we can see here on the right, just to take away from that, club history, their highest ever finish was 24th in the Enterprise National. So we've absolutely obliterated that, even if the playoffs don't go the way that we hope that they go. But a big game for McEachran. The problem with the games coming so thick and fast is that we've not had a chance to rest between that, but that's on us for finishing fifth in the league and rather than pushing a little bit further forward, as we were floating around second and third for a good part of the season. But as you can see, a few players are only on half fitness. We're not going to change them out. We're going to keep with the original starting 11 that we saw in the last game. We will obviously keep an eye on the fitness. If we need to, we do have obviously coverage in them positions. So what I probably will do, who misses out though? Westendorf. Alan Appleby's going to come onto the bench just as additional coverage for Pinnington should he really start to struggle out there today. We really want to just obviously get the result, go out strong, good strong 45 minutes, and then hopefully be able to rotate. We are away from home. Of course, York finished second, so they have the advantage over us. They are at home. We are away, but our away form hasn't been too bad. In terms of the lads, I'm just going to say to them, if we pick up from where we left off in that final game, we can get the job done. York have been impressive this season, but they've not been unbeatable, as we've seen. We only lost 1-0 to them when we played them at home. We drew 0-0 when we played them away. So arguably, we've had a more favourable result away from home than we have at home against York City. 90 minutes separates us at the playoff final for a second season in a row. Can we get the job done? It all comes down to this. Right, sorry about that. The dog decided to start kicking off. Anyway, we go and hopefully pull off an upset. It's all on us. York are at home. They've got the pressure. They've got the fans demanding it more. Obviously, our fans want us to go up into the playoff final, right? But 1 or 2 early goals, it could unravel them. And then we'll feel the pressure from the stands and we can take advantage of that. The nerves are getting to us. I can feel the tension building inside me, let alone the players. Can we pull off the unthinkable and get to 2 back-to-back playoff finals? And remember as well, we were dibbed to finish bottom of the... not bottom of the league, but we were dibbed to go down. Everyone wrote us off. And we've proved we deserve to be up there with the big boys. Some of the signings we've made. Skara at the back. I mean, Pinnington to a degree. Mully coming in. Hugill. Ashby stepping up. You know, he was a forgotten man last season. But he stepped up and he's really been performing well in this campaign. But there's a highlight here for York. Let's just stay solid as we know we can. That's not a good ball though. Oh. Again, why do I say it? I say we're solid as we know we can be, and then look. Johnson just doesn't read the ball very well. Wright does everything he can, but I mean, he's not Superman. He's going to get beaten at time. We need to be getting our shots away and getting further forward up the pitch. We've only had 3 shots, 1 on target so far. Dangerous free kick for them. Let's not go in 2-0 at half-time. Surely not. Oh, no. It was an absolute ping-pong of balls in there. What even happened? Oh, they knocked it back. Wright managed to defend it with his feet. He can't really do much more than that, can he? You know what I mean? It's not on Wright's fault there. We just weren't reacting to the second ball quick enough. Right. We go in at 2-0. Well, we go in at half-time 2-0 down. Not what we wanted to be doing. Well, hopefully 2-0 down. We do. Half-time. That was absolutely terrible performance. Get out there and do some more. Let's get some fresh legs on. Do we bring on Ashby? I don't think... Ashby? Boswell? I don't think we do. Mellor could come on for McEachran. I know McEachran's our talisman, but he's knackered. So we want to be trying to keep him fit. I think we'll take off Skara as well. Centre-backs haven't really been giving themselves much glory in terms of them performances. I think that's all we're going to do now. Do we change it to positive? I don't know if we do. We are going to change Aliki into a box-to-box midfield, though. Get him surging forward. I think we'll keep it on balance for now. If it gets to 60 minutes and we still haven't made we haven't chalked one back, then maybe we'll drop it to positive. But we can definitely get back into the game. We're going to have to just really be playing well and be really solid now if we want to get back into it. So almost 60 minutes played. I think we're going to change it now. Let's go positive. We're going to die on our sword, right? We're either going to get goals back or we're not. We're going to take Hugo off. He's not playing great. 6.06 rating. Let's get on G. See if G can step up to the mark with a couple of goals for us this afternoon. Calafieri's getting beaten far too easy there. And that could be the goal that wraps it up. 3-0 for York now. It's not even that disappointing, really, considering York, like I said, has finished second. I just don't think we've got it in us to come back from 3-0 down now. Maybe even 4-0, if depending on how this highlight turns out. thing is, I mean, that's disappointing. Like, come on, he's much better than that. He's just letting him run straight past him. Let's go attack him. Again, we die on our sword. Can we claw at least 1 or 2 back for a little bit more of a respectable finish? Or can we get all 3 back? Who knows? Stranger things have happened in the world of football, but there's 5 minutes left. I don't think 3 goals are on the cards, and I think this is going to be our run in the playoffs coming to an end. A disappointing end. Losing 3-0, I would have preferred, obviously, to have not lost by such a deficit, but York were the better team. Well, Jesus. York were the much better team. Look at that match momentum. Gee, we didn't even get going. There wasn't a part of the game where we actually took any form of control here. Maybe we should have gone a bit more cautious. I'm going to say we were the underdogs. You gave it your best effort. I mean, you can all look switched off if you want, but you should have played better on the pitch then, shouldn't you, if you didn't want me to say that to you. But there we go. That is the end of the season. A sad end. Aliki obviously bids farewell to Oxford City. He retires in this game after, unfortunately, not being able to move into the playoff finals. We can't win them all. And a back-to-back was never really going to be on the cards. Not with, obviously, some of the teams that are in the league. It was just unfortunate that we pulled York in the semi-final. But with disappointment comes optimism for the next season. What I'm going to do is get the summer done. I'll get the transfers in. I'll get the outgoings out. And we'll see you at the beginning of the next season in the Enterprise National League. And let's hope that we can go one step further and potentially even go up as champions. I'll see you then. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.